Hello everyone and welcome to another day, not to Road to TCG Worlds this time around, but we are featuring the TCG PokeDECKS series all week. Maybe some of you guys haven't been following it because the decks are more casual, but perhaps this week as we wait for Guardians Rising to be updated into the game, perhaps this week would be a good idea to just enjoy the game, relax a little bit from the competitive format. Standard is pretty stale, I would say. I mean, you can tell by the video views, you can tell by the tournament results. Standard is really boring right now. Guardians Rising should be a pretty good set. It should shake up the format quite heavily. But since the set will not be available until Thursday or Friday, I believe. Probably Friday because they said Thursday, but there might be some issues with the cards or whatever. So for now, I decided to get some groundwork done on the TCG PokeDECKS series. It's only once a week. We feature different Pokemon, which like in the Pokedex order. So this week is Meowth. We've had some very nice weeks, like the Venomoth week, like the Clefairy week. The Venomoth week is actually my favorite and the most popular one for now, and you can check them out in the playlist in the channel. But today's turn is the Meowth and Persian evolution line. Now I checked for Persians and there aren't really any that are too great available, so I chose to go with Meowth. And now this is Decidueye. Yes, this is Decidueye. One of the reasons standard is pretty stale, I would say. But as many of you know, I did use Meowth in my Australian list, which I used to get second place at the international tournament. And so I decided to feature that deck again, but this time with triple Meowth. Now Meowth was the MVP of the tournament, especially on day 2 and 3 for me. So hopefully Meowth will be able to pull through for us. The rest of the deck is a standard Decidueye Vileplume list. What I did was take out the second Lugia and take out second Lugia and take out a Shaman from my Australian list and add 2 Meowth. And then I took a Grass Energy and I added a third Lysander. So pretty competitive deck, despite this being the non-competitive series. But let's see if, like, we are focusing on Meowth. So let's see if Meowth can feature here. And as you can see, the other decks I have ready for you guys are Golduck tomorrow, then Primeape on Wednesday, and then a Growlithe deck on Thursday. So it should be a fun week, pretty different from what we're used to. Super competitive, TCG, Road to Worlds, etc. I don't think there's any deck I have not covered that has featured in a tournament or whatever. Expanded, yes, there's an argument that I'm still missing a lot of decks for Expanded. But we'll get back to that next week, I'm sure. Well, actually no, next week will be daily Guardians Rising video, so never mind that. We're going to have Monday through Thursday, we are going to have the TCG PokeDECKS series, both in English and in Spanish. And let me turn on the fan because it's really hot here. It's really hot. Okay, so there's the Meowth. That is awesome to see. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the Meowth, right? I could bench all the other Pokemon, but I'm not gonna bench the... I'm gonna bench the Rowlet and the Oddish, but I'm not gonna bench the Lugia because we're gonna try to focus on the Meowth. So give me 1 second to try and reduce the sound. Okay, so that's the best I can do. Hopefully you guys don't hear the sound at least too much. We're up against like the super counter to our deck. Oh no. This is not good. I will bench the Lugia then. I will play this, and I really don't want to give my opponent an extra 2 cards. I really don't. Okay, I'm gonna pass for now. See what he does. Maybe he was holding on to a Mega Mewtwo and a Sycamore. That would be very, very sick. Hopefully that's not the case though. Hopefully he's dead drawing. Third Lysander helps in this situation. He does top deck a Sycamore. Wow. I mean, what can you do there? You really can't do too much there. If he does decide to retreat, well, he doesn't. Okay, that's good. So, now, the thing is, I mean, I'm gonna end, but if he sets up Garb, like Wolfhead is a big issue regardless, you know? And I draw the wrong evolutions and the double Sycamore. Okay, so maybe I should have attached the DC. I still wouldn't have gotten a KO on the Wolfhead. There's a Mega Mewtwo. And yeah, this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible for us. Now we have abilities, sure, but we are in a lot of trouble here. And my opponent gets to Sycamore even, so getting closer to the Carpenter, etc, etc, and even finds this day. Okay. So yeah, this is pretty terrible news for us. Pretty terrible. We're gonna lose the Meowth. There's not much we can do about that. And now I could deal 150 damage to the Mewtwo, but then I really wouldn't accomplish too much after that. I would get rid of the stadium, I guess. But having no second Lugia means the Mewtwo is just going to wreck me here. Now we haven't played even one search card, so we have actually no idea what's going on here, if we have anything really. So I mean, if I discard my own stadium, definitely discard the Decidueye, but do I discard the N? I mean the Lysander, I guess. My opponent sets up Carpenter though. We are in a lot of trouble. Well, we're in a lot of trouble anyways. Like Mega Mewtwo is a really hard matchup no matter what, and this situation just makes things even worse. Hopefully he doesn't set up the card though. Okay, so okay, we might have a chance here if my opponent doesn't set up the Carpenter. Very big if. So let's Deep Hurricane. No Vileplume though. But I can't afford to discard the DCE. I really can't. Not at this stage. There's a Float. And there's an Ultra Ball. And Carpenter is priced, please, pretty please. Nope. Okay. I'm just gonna concede. There's no point in staying in this match. We have nothing left to do here. Absolutely nothing. Seeing that, I guess I should have gone for the Vileplume. I mean, even with the Vileplume, it would have been really difficult to come back in that position. Not impossible, sure, but extremely unlikely. Extremely unlikely. So let's just try to find another game where Meowth can actually shine just a little bit more. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. I mean, what would have happened there is he sets up the Garb, then since I don't have Beedrill, I could have knocked out the Mewtwo with my Meowth as well, but then the follow-up Mewtwo just annihilates us because we have no damage output whatsoever. We at best 3-hit KO a Mega Mewtwo and he 1-hit KOs us. So now we get to go first. No Meowth start for us. I'm actually kind of tempted to start Shaman simply because I could Sky Return. But no, obviously that doesn't make any sense. Now, I usually don't like playing the Trainers Mail before Shaman. Sometimes I do. It's a really weird call to make sometimes. Okay, so my opponent does start Shaman. Trainer's Mail, we whiff completely. And the second Trainer's Mail gives us an Ultra Ball. Okay. So first, let's see what the level ball gets us. Level ball tells us one Oddish is prized. Tells us that's all. Only one Pokemon prized. So we have one N prized. No, one Sycamore prized. 2 Grass. And both Revitalizer. So 1 Sycamore, 2 Grass, both Revitalizer, and an Oddish. Interesting prices. Definitely very interesting price. Okay, so there's the Oddish, and then okay, I'm gonna attach the DCE, and I'm just gonna end here. Using Shaman for 3 cards doesn't really seem that good. We do have to be very aware though. We have both Vileplumes, but we have no Revitalizer, and that's really bad news. Really bad news. Because if for some reason I whiff here, like I don't set up, I get the Vileplume instead of the Gloom at some point. Okay, that works. Do I want to set up a Decidueye or the Vileplume? I think I'm gonna go with the Decidueye rather. I don't know what I'm up against. I didn't pay attention to the previous screen. So what I'm just gonna do is discarding the 2 supporters. Not the greatest idea, I guess. But it will give me a Decidueye on turn 1, which is always great. Drawing a Grass also means we can draw out of a bad situation. And our bench is looking pretty funny and pretty cool. We do set up a second Decidueye, which is obviously great, but we have nothing. We actually have nothing. If we had set up Vileplume, I wouldn't be worried, but because we don't have Vileplume, I'm a little bit worried. Discarding the Shaman the previous turn didn't really make sense. Discarding the Decidueye didn't either. Okay, so we're up against Mega Guardy, actually, and probably the Geomancy version. Okay, I feel like the ventilator is doing too much sound. So I apologize for that, guys. Okay, so we see a Hex, we see 2 Shamans, we see Guardy, we see Experience Share, and a Max Elixir did hit. So we literally have nothing here. So I'm just gonna pass. We had no abilities. I really want to take 2 prizes on this Shaman though. I think I really need to at this point. I really need to. That Sycamore discard. I mean, we drew into okay cards, but we have both Lysander. They could easily be Sycamore, they could easily be N, even Trainer's Mail, or a Grass Energy. A Grass Energy would be great. Okay, but my opponent is dead drawing as well. There's a Trainer's Mail, which is awesome. We do hit a Sycamore. I mean, I'm not a fan of discarding both Lysander, but I don't think there's, like, I don't think I had a choice there. We don't find the Vileplume though, so okay, there's the Ultra Ball. I was gonna say, this is looking like my my Brazilian experience with no, like, I felt like I was playing Decidueye Gloom instead of Decidueye Vileplume in Brazil. But anyways, I could go on the offensive and knock the Shaman out, or I like play my abilities on the Guardy, or I could Hollow Hunt. and get back resources, such as a Lysander. And I mean, I know Meowth is really not doing anything at the moment, but it could. It really could. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna Feather Arrow. Yeah, I'm gonna Holo Hunt. I want my resources back. So I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna Holo Hunt. But definitely the worst play would have been to Razor Leaf there. Okay, so I kinda want both Lysanders. I would like to get back a Meowth as well, but one should be sufficient here. Now I choose N instead of Sycamore, obviously to put the Lysanders back into my deck. My deck's pretty thin at this point. And yeah, like Lysandering up a Guardy should allow Meowth to just have free reign on my opponent. It really should. Okay. So he does Sycamore away 2 Mega Guardies. Pretty unfortunate for him. No Super Rod means it's very unlikely he'll be able to get them back. Very unlikely. And yeah. So I'm gonna purposely I'm gonna purposely retreat into the Meowth and use that to attack, but that is not the case. My opponent just doesn't let me. Okay, 150 coins, not bad. I will be making a booster opening video once Guardians Rising is available in the shop. Like you can see, I have a ton of coins, a ton of coins, and there will be one in English and one in Spanish. How much is each booster pack? Is it 100? No, it's probably more, right? 200. So that's 40 packs. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, we will already have everything in this account. But why not? It's fun to open packs. It's definitely fun. Something that I wish I could afford, but I definitely can't right now. Like every pack I win, I end up selling because my current situation just doesn't allow for me to open packs. I did open a few, like in Anaheim, and I did pull an Ultra Ball, which was awesome. Okay, so we're going second. We have the Shaman start, we have the N, we have the Forest, we have the Floatstone. So a turn 1 Vileplume is possible. We're up against a Pikachu, and probably Vespiquen Raichu, or maybe Raichu Bats. We do see, yeah, Vespiquen Raichu. Okay, that's okay. This should be a good matchup as long as we are able to set up something. Like eventually at the Decidueye, if we set up the Vileplume, especially with the Floatstone. And wow, double Lysander discard for my opponent. That's bad. No Shaman means he probably already has a Shaman? No, wow. He's just gonna Hex. Instead of going for a Shaman, decides to Hex. Okay, that's fair. I would rather not end my opponent, but I don't think I have a choice here, especially if the plan is to Sky Return. Because I don't want to Sky Return into my only Pokemon in play. Especially after seeing him Ultra Ball, not for Shaman, and using Hex. So that meant a Sycamore. That 100% meant a Sycamore. Okay. So this is good. This is okay. Could have set up the Vileplume. But I can wait. Like I can definitely wait a turn here. I can definitely wait. Rowlet I would expect to go down. You do see Delinquent. That's something we have to keep in mind for the future. Definitely have to keep in mind that. And we can just Sky Return once again as well. There's the Shaman. So yeah, my opponent was holding out a supporter or his own Shaman. see a Floatstone on the Pikachu, and we see an N for my opponent. So, I mean, he's not really helping us. We have the 6 cards. Hopefully we draw okay out of the N. And okay, that is not drawing okay. Buddy Rescue. Unfortunate that we don't have any Pokemon in the discard pile to take advantage of that. My opponent is probably desperately looking for the DCE to knock out my poor Rowlet, although he only has 3 Pokemon in the discard pile, so well, that's a problem. That is most definitely a problem, and we even top deck the shame. Okay, so because Wolfer is active, I'm just gonna take the opportunity and evolve, and I'm just gonna end here, helping my opponent out once again. Ugh, I'm not drawing anything at all. Anything. Wow. Wow. I mean, now he has to find the float, so we probably have a few turns to... Wow, he loses a special charge. That's important. And yeah, he has to find the other float, or another float rather. I'm not gonna Lysander and help him. If he wants to get going, then he will have to either retreat, and then I have my Lysanders to bring the Wolfer up. Okay, so here I could retreat and okay, I can. Yeah, I should. I'm gonna Holo Hunt. I'm not that big a fan of using Holo Hunt here, but oh wow. Okay, so let's figure out the price cards. There's 1 Rowlet, 2 Dartrix, and 1 Decidueye. Fair enough. There's 1 Level Ball, and there's 1 Forest of Giant Plants. Yeah, that should be my price cards right there. Yep, that's my price cards. That's okay. That is okay. So yeah. Oh, I nearly made a mistake. Okay. So I'm gonna Holo Hunt, get back the N, get back the Level Ball, and the Decidueye, I guess. I would say those are the best cards. Yeah. So I can set up a second Decidueye, and I can end my opponent. Decidueye just has so much HP, and if my opponent doesn't, oh no, delinquent. Oh well, I definitely played myself into that. I mean, it's 3 cards we already didn't have access to, so that's fine. That is fine. How many Floatstone does my opponent run, though? That's a real question here. How many Floatstone does my opponent run? It has to be at least 3, I would say. At least 3. He's looking for it. He's definitely looking for it. Does he get it though? He does. He really does. Okay. So he's gonna Sky Return forever, I guess. He doesn't have too many Pokemon in the discard pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, I mean, should be okay here. We might win by deck out. I think that's gonna be our win condition. Probably not gonna be taking any prize cards here. And Meowth's not gonna feature at all either. Meowth could have been the hero. Meowth could have definitely been the hero. Okay, 2N and a single versus Seeker. So my opponent can replenish his hand for a very long time, but I will eventually draw into things. Now Vespiquen is a bigger threat than Raichu. Although Raichu does knock Lugia out easily. And okay, so we find a Meowth. I'm not playing down the Forest of Giant Plants, so my opponent doesn't delinquent me once again. I can't believe I fell into the delinquent. I also can't believe that my opponent, after going through so many resources, never discarded like even one versus Seeker extra. Okay, so that's 2 DCs in play. I'm gonna try... I mean, if I Lysander up the Taurus... or the Mew... No, the Taurus. I'm gonna Lysander... Yeah. Lysandering the Taurus means the Decidueye should be safe? Should be. No item cards anymore, so no versus Seekers, and that's really important. So we could actually win this by just not attacking the Taurus. I can just retreat, his damage output is limited, and there we go. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, deck, finally. Okay, so we still have a very good shot, I would say. No item cards. And yeah, I'm just gonna use one ability. I'm gonna put it on Wolfet, and we might have a game here. We might have just saved the game right here. I promote Dartrix because his damage output is limited to 60. Okay, he's gonna retreat. Retreating means he only has 1 DCE left, and that's huge. That is actually huge. I mean, well, never mind. He can retreat into Wolfet, but then I can just Lysander up the Taurus once again. So I think I should put the pressure here for my opponent and just knock out the Raichu. I think that's my best play here. And if he ever does promote Wolfet, we can Revitalize her. Whew, I can't discard 2 DC though, I definitely cannot do that. Okay, so he's gonna promote the Wolfet. Probably going to play down all his versus Seekers. But the special charge is in the discard pile. Oh, there's the last DCE, yikes. There's 1 verse Seeker for a Lysander? No, for a Hex, okay. Well, that's bad. That is really... Oh, those 20, if they were on the Raichu, that would be game. If the 20 were on the Raichu, that would be game. But... Oh, he's going for the Lysander, no. So it's gonna Hex his turn and knock out my Lugia, and then he's gonna Lysander, knock out my Decidueye. But I can set up another one right here thanks to his Hex. And I could even find one of my Lysanders, one of my 2 Lysanders off of these trainer's mails. If I Lysander up the Taurus, I'm good. Wait, he didn't play the Hex? Okay, so Meowth takes a knockout here. And that's his last TCE. Meowth actually takes a knockout here. Haha, Meowth. Meowth, you're so awesome, Meowth. Okay. We have a game once again. Definitely have a game. Now, he has no DCs left. That's the fourth. Yeah, there's 4 DC. Does he play 2 special charge? Yeah, he must play 2 special charge. But he has to find them, though. He has to find the DCEs. There's one unknown. Why is unknown psychic? Oh boy. I mean, we still have a good shot, I think. I generally think we still have a good shot. If he didn't find it... Oh, Professor Kukui. No. Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't. Okay. Can we... No, we cannot, apparently. That's okay, though. That is okay. No. Okay. We know there's 2 Dartrix priced, right? Oh, never mind. There's still 1 Dartrix priced. But that's okay. We're gonna set up a... not that guy. We're gonna set up a 3rd Decidueye here. And we're gonna Sycamore. We just need 1 Lysander. Unless my opponent plays 3 Floatstone, or a Switch, or an Escape Rope, or something like that. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna grab the Gloom. I'm gonna Ultra Ball away the Gloom and the Sycamore. And I'm gonna grab the Decidueye. Yeah, if we had found the Lysander, that would have been so sick. Okay, there's still Grass Energy, right? There's 1. So we Sycamore. We know there's at least 1 Lysander in my deck. Okay, there it is. There's the Lysander. I'm gonna Ultra Ball. Discarding the extra Pokemon. I'm gonna keep another Meowth in my deck just in case. And I will hit the Wolfhead here. So that's good. 2 DCs left. The thing is, he has Lysander and he has Hex. Yeah, Lysander and Hex is enough to win here. Wow, Berserker once again. Did he top deck the DC? 1 in 3 chance. Wow, no. Oh my gosh. Okay. How do we do this, guys? How do I do this? Okay, I think Meowth is the key here. If I get rid... Yeah. I'm going to... Okay, if I bring up the Mew... If I bring up... Okay, I have to knock out the Vespiquen. So if I bring up the Mew, he will only be able to copy Taurus, right? But then maybe... Like, I can knock out Shaman here. But I don't want to knock out Shaman. Or do I? I think I do. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring up the Taurus. Now I have abilities. I can retreat. And I'm gonna... Mew EX has 120. Oh. Okay, so actually... Yeah, I'm gonna need 2 turns. Gonna need 1 turn to knock out the Wob, another turn to knock out Vespiquen. But yeah, knocking out Wolfhead is the key here, so that he doesn't have any more item cards. Well, he does. He does have a Lysander for sure, and a Hex. But if he Lysanders, he already used Lysander. There's another Lysander, that's fine. Will he knock me out here? That's the second Lysander, right? Yeah, okay, no. Yeah, we're good. We actually win here. We just knock out the Shaman, and then we eventually knock out the Vespiquen. And it's easy peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Do we have any energy left? I don't think we do. Yep. Man, if we had a fourth. Okay, 2 DCs, 1 grass. And there's 2 DCs in play, so I have literally no more energy. So there's no reason to play my energy. It's gonna come down to... I'm not gonna deck. He's not going to deck. We need 2 turns. We need two turns. But yeah, he can't retreat the Taurus. He only has 2 DC left. So Vespiquen can't take a knockout. The Hex. The Hex might be the key to my opponent's win. I can't attack with the Decidueye for sure. Because that would activate his Madbull GX attack. If I had saved the DC for Shaman, then I could set up a 4th Decidueye. Yeah. Okay, so my opponent choosing not to. Oh boy. Does he have another Hex? Okay, there shouldn't be any more item cards for my opponent. Wow. 3 Lysander? No, 2 Lysander. Oh, he does play 2 Hex. Wow. Oh no, but if he knocks me out, I win with Meowth. And if he doesn't, I win with my Decidueyes. So he needs a 3rd Hex. My opponent needs a 3rd Hex in his list. Yeah, if he knocks me out, I win. If he doesn't, I win. Unless he has another Hex. Well, he chooses to knock me out. So there we go. Meowth will take the game-winning KO. The game-winning knockout. So, and I even get the Lysander. So I could have knocked out with the Decidueye. I could have knocked out the Mew even. But now we just Turmoil Strike onto the Vespiquen for the game. Pretty nice game. Pretty nice game. And Meowth ends up taking quite a few KOs. There you go. Players MVP Meowth. So that will conclude today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It was definitely entertaining to use the Meowth. Well, like a heavy Meowth deck. And yeah, look at the lineup, guys. We have Golduck, then Primeape, and I think Primeape's gonna be fun. And then we have Growlithe. So look forward to that. I hope to see you guys tomorrow for this fun week as we wait for Guardians Rising to hit. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.